There has been talk for years, John, about throwing this process out to some sort of independent commission. Do you think that's a good idea? And if so, will it actually happen?
I have always believed that we should have some kind of nonpartisan or officially nonpartisan committee or group of people who draw the lines up. It could be a commission that is appointed by members of both parties. It could be some sort of committee of staff members supervised by a set of rules that constrain them from being partisan, even if they'd want to be. But some kind of alternative to the current model, I think, is essential, and it's something that I've advocated for basically 20 years.
Couldn't you just throw the population numbers into a computer program and voila, have districts come out?
Well, you'd like to think so, but the answer to that question is no. And the reason is that the Voting Rights Act, the Federal Voting Rights Act, limits how much you can convert North Carolina's redistricting process into a statistical formula. I do think statistical formulas would be the best answer, and I think that they are still part of the answer. But until we do something to clarify what the Voting Rights Act requires, we're going to end up with some squiggly-looking districts, because the ones that are the worst examples of gerrymandering that everybody holds out are not really partisan gerrymanders. They're gerrymanders that at least some people think are required by the Voting Rights Act and the way it's been interpreted in the courts. So I think the Voting Rights Act prevents us from basically putting redistricting on statistical autopilot. I also think that we would have to consider the state constitution limitation that has to do with minimizing the number of times counties are split in order to create districts. Now, this applies only to the legislature, though I'd like to apply the same rule to the congressional map. I think that you can come up with a set of formula that involve compact districts, respecting county lines, respecting other jurisdictional lines such as cities or townships. I think that we can go to that system. I think we should go to that system, but we should recognize that it'll always be a little thrown off kilter by the imposition of the Voting Rights Act requirements.